Hi, this is Carrie Sturgill from the Radnor Memorial Library, and I am checking in with another family wellness tip. And today's topic is one that I've been hearing a lot about recently. So I thought it would be helpful to share some resources that I was able to find. So obviously during this time, online learning is a big challenge for a lot of students of all ages and abilities. So I just wanted to share some tips and strategies for helping your child to develop resilience and persistence and confidence, especially in the academic arena. Obviously, this is a lot bigger than just following a couple guidelines. It's a lifelong journey, but I did find a few helpful tips. The first source is from positivepsychology.com, and it defines resilience as the process of becoming, which children understand once they develop a firm belief about their place in the world. When students believe that they are worthy and capable of overcoming challenges, they become resilient. So in other words, it's their ability to develop positive bonds with peers, that's part of it, managing small challenges, and trusting their own responsibility. So those are really, really huge, huge goals to be working on with your kids, especially during this time where they are facing a lot of challenges in their learning environments. I was also able to find kind of a helpful list of characteristics or qualities that kind of all combine together to form this idea of resilience. Number one is social competence and pro-social values. So again, that connection with their peers is a big part of it. Number two, optimism. Purpose is another one, an attachment to family, to school and learning, problem-solving skills, an effective coping style, and a positive self-image. So a couple tips towards that goal of resilience. First thing would be just to recognize that your child's gut reaction sometimes is just to give up, right? And that's so similar to us even as adults. As soon as we don't understand something, when we're first presented with it, or just getting the wrong answer at first or too often, it's so easy to just want to throw in the towel. So just acknowledging that is really helpful, and validating your child's feelings of frustration. But the important thing is to move past those feelings, right? And not to just stop there. So encouraging your child to continue trying, that's the hardest part, right? So a special education teacher, Michelle Liu, identifies a 4-step process towards building some resilience. Number one is to identify the stressors. So being able to have some self-awareness and articulate what are the specific things that are causing your child to get really stressed out. And that's so helpful to just key in on those things. Number two, talk about good and bad ways to react. So just talking about, okay, what happens when you react this way? Is that a healthy way to react, or is that not helping things, right? So just kind of like comparing and evaluating the different ways that you can react. And the third step is to brainstorm some alternative reactions. And that's where you're introducing the idea of coping skills. Some examples, just like some of the easy go-tos, doing something active, taking a walk, going for a run, doing a quick, throwing a few basketball hoops, anything just to kind of take your mind off of what's going on, taking a break mentally and physically. And the last step would be, once you have identified those coping skills, to help maintain them. And that's where just developmentally your child needs needs your help with that. So kind of holding them accountable and helping them to keep up those strategies. Another tip that I found is just to slow down in your work. It's so easy for kids, for students to just rush through problems because they want to get the right answer. They want to get to the answer quickly. Helping them to just really slow down and learn how to practice that. It's really hard to do, but it's really beneficial in helping them to not get frustrated because they're much more likely to find the correct answer to solve their problem if they're thinking through it slowly, methodically, and patiently. Another tip is to focus on regulating emotions. So I found a lot about the connection between emotional reactions with this idea of resilience and persistence. And your kids have to learn that, right? It doesn't come naturally. So another thing to remember is just trying to demonstrate to your children how you as a parent respond to your child's wide range of emotions, right? And in an article in The Atlantic from 2016, the writer says, when a child's parents respond to her jangled emotions in a sensitive and measured way, she's more likely to learn that she herself has the capacity to cope with her feelings, even intense and unpleasant ones. So that's another helpful thing to be tying into academic studies and how important that emotional aspect is to doing well in school and feeling positive about school. From this same article in The Atlantic, the writer connects 4 key beliefs to a student's ability to persevere academically. So 4 things that they have to believe about themselves. Number 1, they believe that they belong in this academic community, so they feel a sense of belonging. Number 2, they believe that my ability and competence grow with my effort. Number 3, I can succeed at this. And number 4, this work has value for me. So if they believe all of those things and have confidence in that, then that really helps them to persevere when they're presented with challenges academically. So basically what helps students with persevering when they are presented with setbacks, when things are just not coming easily for them, when they're able to maintain that positive reaction, positive behaviors, coping skills, that all comes together to build a foundation of resilience in their attitude towards their future, towards their failures. So there's a lot of things that go into that concept. So it's a lot to kind of tackle all at once. But if it's something that you're dealing with in your family right now with your students and their school situations, I just want to hope to equip you with some ideas and some resources that you can look into a little bit further, maybe to just kind of focus on one particular area that might be worth trying and looking into a little bit more. So I will link to several of these articles in the description below the video, and another one which I'll link to, which I'm not going to go into too much detail because it's really worth exploring and reading on your own. But the American Psychological Association, the APA, has 10 tips for building resilience in children and teens, and they break it down by age group. So they have how to build resilience in preschoolers, elementary schoolers, middle schoolers, and high schoolers all separately. So that's really helpful and might be a little bit more geared towards the age of your students. So we wish you the best of luck and know that you're doing a great job, and we're here to help you with whatever we can at the library. So have a great day, And we will see you soon. Bye.